Welcome back to Storytime Recap. Today, I will talk about an adventure comedy crime movie titled Dope. Without further ado, let's get started. In the present day, Malcolm is a senior in high school who is deeply fascinated with the hip-hop culture of the 1990s. Along with his two best friends, Jib and Diggy, Malcolm is a nerd who gets bullied relentlessly at school. They call the area where they live the Bottoms in Inglewood, California, which is a suburb of Los Angeles. Malcolm's goal in life is to study at Harvard, but during a session with his guidance counselor, Mr. Bailey tells Malcolm that his aspiration to attend Harvard is conceited and that his perfect grade point average doesn't indicate anything of value. Malcolm is then reminded by Bailey about an interview he had at Harvard with a man called Austin Jacoby. Dom, a drug dealer on the street, approaches Malcolm and instructs him to go to a certain building and invite a lady called Nakia to his birthday party. Dom's celebration is the next day. If Malcolm is there, according to Nakia, then she will go. Jib and Diggy, who are both informed by Malcolm, agree that it would be a fantastic plan if they went. All three of them head to Dom's party. When two rival gang members kicked through the entrance of the club where Dom and his group were buying powdered Molly, they started shooting members of Dom's crew, causing fear to spread throughout the room. Dom sneaks under the bar, where he eventually discovers Malcolm's backpack. In a flash of insight, he dashes over to Malcolm and urges him to keep running without stopping. As soon as Malcolm notices that Nakia is lying on the ground, he gets her up. Malcolm is driven home by Nakia, who expresses her gratitude for his assistance. She likes him since he is different from Dom and the other males that she is used to interacting with. He extends an invitation to Nakia to the prom when she reveals that she was unable to attend her own, and he also offers to assist her with her studies for the GED. Nakia says she'll give it some thought and get back to you. When Malcolm walks through the school's metal detector the following morning, it sets off the alarm, and the school's guard dog barks at Malcolm. Because the security guard recognizes Malcolm, he assumes that there is a problem with the metal detector and lets him go. When Malcolm examines the contents of his backpack, he discovers a firearm in addition to the Molly. In a state of panic, he dashes inside the band room with Jib and Diggy. It dawns on him that Dom stowed everything in his backpack when the two of them were engaged in gunfire. Someone then contacts Malcolm's phone and asks that he deliver the contents of the bag to him later on in the day. Malcolm is obligated to comply with this demand. In accordance with the instructions, Malcolm makes his way over to a red El Camino. However, as he is being detained at the police station, Dom calls Malcolm on his cell phone. He explains to Malcolm that he was the target of an ambush and that he must leave the area as soon as possible since the other men may murder him. He gives Malcolm directions to go to a location that he will text him and to inquire for AJ. Malcolm is to report to the address. The three of them travel to the location. They are introduced to Jaleel and Lily, who are only partially clothed. The three are invited inside to hang out while their father, AJ, who won't be home until later in the evening, is out. After that, Jaleel feeds Jib and Diggy by taking them out to acquire food while Malcolm watches after Lily. She is ultimately successful in enticing him and makes an offer to steal his virginity. Lily gets caught red-handed while attempting to steal some of Malcolm's Molly from his backpack. She climbed on top of Malcolm and threw up in his face. After that, Malcolm is reminded over the phone to prepare for his important interview. Lily offers to take him to the destination. Lily continues to be under the influence of drugs as she drives wildly around the streets until she blacks out at a stop sign. Malcolm, who is anxious about them, tries to rouse her awake as the police rush by. She immediately stands up and yells that she needs to use the restroom. Lily dashes across the street and crouches behind a shrub in front of a coffee shop. Other people are filming and observing her while she relieves herself. Malcolm borrows her car and drives himself to the appointment on his own. It is time for Malcolm's appointment with Austin Jacoby. After looking at the images of Dom, Lily, and Jaleel that were lying about in his office, he concludes that Jacoby is in fact AJ. After this failed attempt at delivery, Jacoby expresses that he does not want the medications. Jacoby informs him insinuatingly that there is no way to sell the narcotics with Dom now incarcerated, but that he still needs to sell them anyhow. After that, he gives Malcolm the impression that he would attend Harvard on his own if he is successful in selling narcotics. The interview is rescheduled at that point so that Malcolm would have more time. Will Sherwood, a stoner and hacker, is the person who Malcolm, Jib, and Diggy decided to seek assistance from when they were left with no other choices. Will provides assistance to the three individuals in the development of a Bitcoin-based internet network that will enable them to sell the Molly without attracting the attention of authorities. The drug gains a lot of attention after a video of Lily urinating in front of the coffee shop goes viral, hence the moniker Lily has been given to the drug itself as a nickname. In their encounter, Malcolm stumbles across Nakia, who insists on continuing her education. After he provides assistance to her, she eventually confides in him about her experiences coping with men like Dom. Malcolm believes that Dom brought her there to investigate the drugs in order to obtain information about them. After being insulted, Nakia storms off while claiming that Malcolm is just like the other males. Will tells Malcolm that they need to go to the black market for the money and that they need to meet with another gangster named Fidel X. Malcolm does so, and then he proceeds to give the other gangster a jump drive containing the Bitcoin information in exchange for the cash. Will tells Malcolm that they need to collect cash in exchange for the Bitcoin currency. Malcolm then makes his way back to Jacoby's office, where he shows that he did, in fact, link the Bitcoin account to Jacoby's personal accounts. He gives Jacoby 10% of the money in cash, but he also tells Jacoby that he set up the account in such a way that the DA will be able to locate the account in the event that Jacoby ever tries to move the money electronically. Jacoby is unable to murder Malcolm since he is the only person who knows how to get the money. The next thing that happens is that Malcolm puts the demand on Jacoby to get him accepted into Harvard if he wants the money. The terms proposed by Malcolm are accepted by Jacoby. Malcolm returns to his house and immediately begins to conceive of a fresh idea for his college essay. Student A is a nerd who likes to hang out with his pals and gets straight A's, while Student B is a student who makes a lot of money in an unethical way. He discusses both of these kids. He then inquires, "Which student do you believe I am?" Malcolm and all of his close buddies attend the prom together. After making up with Nakia and handing her a ticket to the prom, he now waits for her. When he got back to his house, he saw her waiting outside. She is grateful to Malcolm for assisting her during the GED preparation process. She follows up by handing him a ticket for Six Flags. She gives Malcolm a peck on the cheek before entering her home for the evening. In the very last scene, Malcolm returns home and discovers a large letter from Harvard sitting on his bed. He cracks it open and reads whatever is contained within it. After that, he casts a brief glance towards the crowd before breaking into a grin. Tell us what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.